Heard a very silly horn sound at a cottage coming from the woods. Months later found out the cottage owner had relentless clown nightmares as a kid while staying there. This happened months ago. I'm genuinely looking for anything to research or anyone to talk to with a similar story, because months later I am still absolutely freaked out and have no idea where to start, but I need answers. Late night at my friend's cottage, someone was in the washroom, so I popped outside to pee. I walked away from the cottage and towards my camper van at the tree line. As I was finishing up, I heard the most crystal clear, unmistakable sound of a clown horn. Think like very silly, honka honka. There's no cottages nearby, this is an island, and late, and there's no path or anything where it was coming from the wooded area. If I had to guess, it was about 6 feet from me. Everyone was inside. I managed to ask, "Who's there?" but nothing responded. I've lived in my van with my dog full-time in backwoods before, and I know when she's territorial she barks and jumps/paces/huffs. But that night she sat awake, fur up, low growling at the door. I fell asleep twice and she barked very loudly both times I did. I was super freaked out, but also just like trying to convince myself that it didn't happen. Like I'm into paranormal shit, maybe I wanted to have some experience like this. I didn't tell anyone. A few months later it was still unsettling, and I asked my buddy whose cottage it was how likely it would be that someone from another cottage on the island might be in the woods there, or if like there might be an old bike tipped over in the woods. I was really reaching LOL, and he was just like, LOL no, what are you asking? So I told him what happened. He was pretty quiet about it, and then a few weeks later when we were out for drinks, he, a few beers in, told me when he as a kid he could never sleep at his cottage because he was terrified of the clown in his nightmares. He did say that it was around the time the old IT came out though, so he always chalked it up to that despite it only happening at his cottage. I don't know what to make of any of this. This was so real. I've had freaky things happen, but with like plausible deniability or some other possible explanation. This was so undeniable, it just sits so uncomfortably in me. Edit, this is an annual event. I'm already flip-flopping on if I should go back this summer or not. A part of me wants to go find answers and instigate, another part of me want to stay the fuck away. If I instigate, how? If I try to go and just enjoy myself and forget about it, how?